Okay guys, today we're going to talk about graphing inequalities. Remember, inequalities are the same thing as graphing our lines, except for now we have shading. So let's talk about the shading aspect. Okay, anytime we have the less than sign, or the less than or equal to, so the less than sign, we are going to be doing our shading below our line. So if we had a line like this, our shading would come below that line, underneath the line. Or if we had a line going up like this, below would be on this side of the line. Okay, if we have the greater than sign, we're going to be shading above the line. So if I had my two lines, above the line would be on this side, above the line would be on top of the line up here. So anytime you see an inequality sign and it asks you to graph it, you have to have shading. Now, when we have our lines that we graph, we have two types of lines, dashed and solid. So remember, if you have just the less than sign or the greater than sign, you're going to draw your line as a dashed line. If you have the equal to bar with it, then you get to draw your solid lines like we're used to. So anytime you're graphing an inequality, you have to think about the two things. What type of line do I have, dashed or solid, and where does my shading happen? Okay, so now we're going to do an example. So I'm going to go over to a graph, and we're going to graph the example y is greater than 2x plus 1. So I have the greater than sign, so I shade above, and it's going to be a dashed line because I don't have the equal to bar underneath the inequality. So to graph the line, slope is the number in front of x. Turn into a fraction. So we're going to go up 2 to the right 1 for our slope. B is my y-intercept. That's where I start. So I start at 1 on the y-axis. That's your vertical axis. And then from there I'm going to go up 2 to the right 1, up 2 to the right 1, up 2 to the right 1. Draw my dashed line and shade above that line. Okay, I'm going to show you one more example. And that is going to be the line y is less than or equal to negative 3x plus 5. So from my inequality sign, it's a less than sign, so I shade below, and it's got the equal to bar with it, so it's going to be a solid line. So my slope is negative 3, that's the number in front of x. Change it to a fraction. The top number tells you to go up or down, it's negative, so we go down. The bottom number is positive, which is to the right. So down 3 to the right 1. My y-intercept is where I start on the y-axis. Remember, the y-axis is your vertical axis, so I'm going to start up at 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to go down 3 to the right 1, down 3 to the right 1. Okay, draw my solid line. I'm going to try my best to draw a straight line. And shade below the line, so underneath the line. Okay, please complete the assignment underneath this video and turn it in so that you get your credit.